Struggling with Propfirms? Let's go. Once I mastered this retest entry, I never worried about passing Propfirm challenges again, and that's exactly what I'm about to show you. It's going to be a lot of gems. Get your pens and papers out, take out your notepads, wherever it may be. Let's get straight into this without wasting any time. We're going to be using gold for the example. So now, obviously, I marked out these highs here, right? Marked out these mini zones. Once price breaks through, right? We've got. I mean, it's simple, right? Let's look at this. We've got these highs over here. Now, first of all, obviously, we're in a bullish trend, so we've got to be focused on buys anyway. But it's like we can't just take buys from, like over here, right? It doesn't make sense. You just buying like, from, it's not a premium price. Now I don't look at discount levels, premiums, prices, all that kind of stuff. That's not how I trade. Just give you an example, right? If you go to a store, your local superstore, you wanna buy, if you saw a milk carton for £1 or $1, whatever it may be, and you see another one for 70 cents, 70 pence, whatever it may be, depending on which part of the world you're from, and they both sat next to each other, say, whether it's Walmart or whether it's Asda, whatever, Tesco, whatever it may be, you'll buy the one that's cheaper. Of course, you might check the date if the product's not off or anything, right? But you will obviously go for the cheaper one. That's what we're doing over here, right? Price. Am I going to go look for buys over here or over here? No, I will only focus on buys if price breaks above this major, this major resistance level, which then would act like a support. Well, I'll wait for it and then let price, head off, right? Suppose price starts coming back down from here, and this is why you see me passing these Propfirm challenges super quick. I make so many videos on this as well. And I mean, what if one trade could make up for 5 losses, right? Catching a 1 to 5, 1 to 4. With a 1 to 4 is to reward system, one quality setup can erase 5 small losses. 4 small losses and still put you in profit. Or even a break even. How insane is that? But most traders don't even know how to spot that trade. I even break this down, right, in my course, in my mentorship. Let me actually show you that, right? Look at all this, because it's all about transparency. It's about showing the proof in the pudding. These are all the certificate section. Link is in the video description. Not just my certificates, and I'm just catching 1 to 11s. It's all testimonials. You can come and check that out as well. You can check out winning trades, live trades that I post. It's all about transparency. Even losing trades. It's all about transparency. Everything is in here. And I even offer the most affordable course on the internet. The price will be increasing in the near future. We're up to about 12 videos that needs changing. 12 videos. Actually, let's do that right now, because it gets updated right? So when I make changes, refine the upload new videos, it automatically just gets updated, and you don't have to do anything. It's a one-time lifetime access payment. It's not like $500 or $1,000, $250. No, nothing like that. One-time payment. You get your email sent, not PDF files, your account login details that you'll need to save and store, and then you can just watch all the videos, any webinars I post, even if it goes up to about 100 videos. Once you're in for life. It's not like, oh, I've refined the strategy, you need to pay again. No, that's technically what scammers do. But anyways, if you're interested in any of that, I want to mentorship from myself, link will be in the video description. Just message me. Okay, so now, but here, as you can see, price heads on its way down. Now, do you want to start looking for sells over here at this point? Me personally, no. Right? Why? I mean, you could do, and obviously see how perfectly price has respected. It's just missing a time frame. You can see how perfectly price has respected the zone. But why? Well, you can see, first of all, even on the bigger time frames, how many times price respected this as support. Price broke through, right? Price broke through, and look at this. Let's go on a small time frame. Actually, price broke through, closed, came back up, and now we've got a very, very strong long wick rejection. My biggest edge, guys, and my students know this, I say this all the time, is the quality of my zones. Where price, that's my biggest edge, how I draw my support resistance zones. And then all I gotta do after that is just the confluences, just go with the trend, go with the apply volume, right? And that's how I catch these big, huge. You see some of my videos where I catch 1 to 12s, 1 to 22 RR trades, passing prop firm challenges phase ones with the 0.5% risk, passing them in one trade, right? Let me just show you that in case someone's just going to think. You can actually join the Discord, and if you come to the welcome section over here, you'll actually see this. This is actually the video, right? You can see students number one. This particular one was number 4 on the FTMO leaderboard. Why I keep showing this is it's all about transparency. Don't you just thinking I'm just blagging this out, you know? No, and I don't have just a good edge. It's a very strong edge. And then someone might say, well, why are you just giving it out? Why are you just helping out? Well, there is a small fee, because nothing, you know, just the reality of life. You don't just walk into a superstore or a Walmart and get a milk or bread or whatever it may be, or eggs for free. No, anything of value has a price on it. It's just the kind of world that we live in, right? But at the end of the day, my biggest fulfillment I'm getting right now is we're just helping unprofitable traders and achieving, you know, like when they join me, the first say, are we unprofitable, struggling, and then after this, you know, showing passing profit challenging, getting payouts. For me right now, there's no bigger fulfillment. And if you think this whole thing is a scam or whatever it is, it's all fraud, whatever you want to call it, just click off the video, no problem, right? Anyway, so going forward, so me, where I additionally would like to start selling is where price leaves. Oh, let me just mark this out. So let me change the color of this as well. So price at this point here created a new high, higher low, and then shoots off. This higher low, in my eyes, has a huge, you know, impact. Well, how can I say it? A lot of value in my eyes. It's a key interest area for me. Price comes back up here and you know, respects it. Price breaks through, right? Now we got confirmation. Okay, I want to start selling, shorting this. Let's go on a small time frame. Now the crazy thing is, right, I'm going to give you another tip here. Let me see if I've got the highlighter tool. Where is it? Using TradingView for I don't know how many years, and I'm still acting like a total noob on this. Okay, whenever price does something like this, a curve, right, that's when you know, okay, it's clear support, like rejections, right? Whenever price does something like this, clear resistance. If you gotta draw it like that. So I'll give you an example, right? Resistance, support, resistance, support. It's not bloody rocket science. Even if we can get a 5-year-old to draw stuff like this. Oh, let me just delete this. I'm gonna have to just clean this up a bit. Go back to, I mean, I can go over some using some of these. You know, I should be adding this tool to my favorites actually. Yeah, that's better. Resistance, just down here, resistance, support, minor resistance, oh, we get the idea, right? Minor support. Let me just clean this up. There, right? So now prices on, you know, down here. Now this is on the 15-minute time frame. Obviously I've just drawn them. Obviously these aren't the exact time frame that I personally use. I'm just giving you some examples. You can just clean this up, these up a little. But what do we see, right? Price has created that support. Now this is what's happening after. So what happens after in the present moment? That's why I don't use any indicators. The only indicators I have is 2 candle strength, or showing me the strength of the candlesticks, and you know, which session I'm in, New York, London, wherever. Other than that, it's all naked price action where I look at. This over here is a support. Over here is a resistance. Out of these two, which one do you think has the most value? Let me just bring myself in as well. So we actually, let me just bring myself in. Okay, out of these two, which one do you think the support has more value, or do you think the resistance has more value? Right, we've actually got another resistance level over here, right? Resistance, well, you know, you get the idea, right? This has more value. Why? Because this is what in this present moment is the most recent price action, right? Super simple. This over here is a support level, this over here is resistance level. So now, so look at this. When prices create this resistance and price is heading down, this is in danger. This is about to get tested first. It's not like prices have gone back up, then you know, and then started testing the resistance. No, this is in danger. The support, this, you know, is in danger, and it buckles. Look at this. Buyers try to push the market up, right, and then it, you know, still collapsed. Price comes back up again, support level, right? Super simple. But what happens? Resistance. Which one has the most value? This one, right? It's happening after. But then obviously let's go to a little bit of a bigger time frame. I just wanna move this out of the way as well. Let's go on the 15-minute. Now obviously when you back testing, forward testing, you want to stick to a certain few time frames. So support here, price breaks through. Now we got, look at this. What else is happening, ladies and gentlemen? We are creating, so this was the first law. Let me just change the color of this actually as well. Color yellow, shall we? This was the first law, right? And what am I doing over here? This is the new law. It's not rocket science. This is the new law. What is happening over here though? Watch this. This was, you know, if you call this a resistance level, a lower high. So now we've got this lower high over here. Look at this. Look at this one over here. This one over here failed to break this one. So and now obviously, and let's just say you even got this mini one, this lower over here, right? So we got, I mean, this is where normally people get confused. I'm super dissecting this, right? I've got my low over here. I've got a resistance level over here. Price has pushed further up, right? And this is when people get super technical to the point they just get me annoyed. Look at this. So we got our resistance here. Price broke through, and believe it or not, some people even think we should start buying from here just because we broke through that resistance. When overall, you can clearly see who's in charge is the sellers. All this volume, right? If price does break through here, it might be just going up here to create a higher low. Oh, sorry, a lower high, right? Just one moment. So it's created a lower high over here. That's exactly what it's done. Price comes back down and respects this resistance level. Price comes back up. But then if it actually had value, if it actually had authority, right, it should have broken through this one and then continue pushing further up. And I probably would, probably still wouldn't look for a buy until price doesn't break really this one, this resistance, and then go for a retest, right? It's more, the more zones you break while you're going through, it just increases the win rate of that position, the probability of it winning. You could probably even win this trade, right? You could probably even win this trade if you went for the buy, if it actually broke through this one. But then if it actually broke through this one, then it just confirms, a better confirmation, what I'm trying to say, right? But what actually happens is price moves on the way down. Now we create new lows. Now it's going back up. Now now check it out. Look at this. The previous support is the new resistance, right? Not only that, let me just clean this up so you can see better, right? So we're up to this point. Look at this. This over here has created, is even the wicks now, it's kind of create, go lower and lower and lower, close lower and lower every time they're trying to push through the resistance, and then market just falls. So let me just bring that back where you can see which one it is. It was this one over here, and now obviously price just buckles from there. But at this point, where could you have even taken your entry from, right? Honestly, let me just mark this out. You see, look at this super strong bearish long wick rejection. This candle you could have taken your entry from, and even the one next to it as well. So even this one over here. But again, all these rejections, all these candles rejecting resistance, and 15-minute time frame for rejection is a decent time frame, right? So ideally, how you could have this trade. I mean, this is super safe above that, this support and now the new resistance, which would have acted. Well, obviously, market can do whatever it wants. You just gave an example. This would have been safe above these wicks as well, pretty much. And then you're catching a nice 1 to 6. I'm not saying that's what you have to go for, but even if let's keep it realistic, I obviously go for the big risk rewards, 1 to 4, 1 to 3, 1 to 2, whatever it may be. But I mean, look at the actual where it goes to. A 1 to 12. A 1 to 12, right? Not just that, watch this. So I want you to keep in mind this area over here, right? So let's throw all these in the bin. Let's mark out these zones and watch if you want to trail your stop loss, right? Look at this. So let's just say price, you take your entry, remember this, you take your entry from here. So let me just bring that up so there's no confusion. So it was around above the wicks, well, 1 to 12 we're looking at, something like that. Pretty much. Just clean this up. So I think it's about 1 to 12, right? So yeah, something like that. Look at this, support breaks through, right? And you can just mark these levels as you go along. Now at this point you can probably just get out by then, right? If price just breaks through. But if you just held the position, just let it continue falling, and you can see why it's acting the way it did. What is this? Support breaks through. Look at that. Support breaks through, acting on resistance. At this point, if you was trading the stop loss, probably a better idea to get out of the trade. But even if you didn't, I mean, let's just say if you did, you would have still caught a nice 1 to 4.6. And if you were just, you know, followed it from here, 1 to 6, and if you just keep on going, a decent size risk reward, regardless trailing you or not. And then price, look at this, keeps going through, respecting all this, and it's just beautiful. So I like the break and retest. Super simple. Once you master this, I mean, to be honest, 10% drawdown on Propfirms is not even a big it's not even it's a big drawdown. It actually is, if you mind your risk properly, taking trades the correct way, enough trades to play around with. You should be risking 0.5% pretty much anyway. So you got about 20 lifelines. If you're just going in 1% per trade, you should be only doing that if you're already in profit and you already created a bit of buffer. But yeah, I'm going to be making more videos like this. I'm going to do daily breakdowns as well. If you are looking how to, and I've made it pretty much affordable for the mentorship for everyone, made the course affordable for everyone as well. Probably the most affordable mentorship and course on the internet. Super simple. Students are finding success. So if you're tired of your 9 to 5 and it's just some sales pitch, guys, but if you've just been struggling for many years, I unfortunately have never had a mentor. I had to do this hard way, grind the hard way. But yeah, I hope you found value from this. Take care, and I'm out.